Greetings. Joseph Kursky here with you to talk about everyday examples of being critical of the data. Everyday examples of being critical of the data, with a focus on geospatial data. Each day presents new examples of the central theme of the Spatial Reserves data blog that my colleague Jill Clark and I maintain. The importance of being critical of the data, including, and I would argue especially perhaps, spatial data. Some of the most effective examples are those rather odd bits of geospatial information, and I have included some of my recent favorites in this video. These examples are intriguing. Some are even fun. They might serve as attention-getting images as you teach students or colleagues about data quality on maps, visualizations, and other forms of communication. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, I say that a map or an image is worth 1,000 pictures. At first glance, from the following result from a phone map search, George Mason University has become a simple Chinese fast food chain? It begs the question, is the 4-star rating that you see here reflective of the university or of the chicken chow mein? See this example from a catalog that I have treasured for a few years. Map orientation matters. This speaks to one of the central goals of my entire career, which is to do all I can to increase geographic literacy. We still have a long way to go. In fairness to this catalog, though, this image has been corrected after I and a few other colleagues wrote to them. Check out this satellite image. You have heard of life imitating art and vice versa. Is this a case of maps imitating the Earth, or vice versa? I followed the advice we promote in the Spatial Reserves data blog, i.e. I checked several other sources, and it does appear that the pushpin-looking feature in California is legitimate. Notice the dry pushpin-like feature facing the one that contains what appears to be water, and the boat on the desert sands to the southwest of the water feature. The Esri Wayback imagery shows the feature under construction from an image dated February 2014. Still, it is a puzzle what the purpose of a water feature in the middle of a desert is. What's wrong with this picture? My recent search to fill out a proper bibliographic citation for an article I wrote for the location of the National Academy of Sciences headquarters netted me a location on a house on a cul-de-sac in suburban Denver. How can that be? Could it perhaps be because I was doing the search from a computer in the Denver area? It's very strange. National Academy of Sciences. Is this really the headquarters? This errant weather feed existed online for nearly a year before it was corrected. I know it gets hot in Texas, folks, but really? If the heat doesn't do you in, look at this rainfall. It's a deluge, impossibly also high humidity and ferocious winds. So if the heat doesn't get you, the rainfall, the high humidity, and the ferocious winds will. The only thing that's normal here is the pressure. But even outside of maps, examples are just as numerous. Take a careful look at the Beatles tunes listed here. Funny, I've never heard the songs Penny Lance, A Day in the Sky, or Can's Buy Me Love before. In addition, this isn't an album at all, but rather a user-created playlist, but appears on a host of music-related websites. Feel free to share in the comments some additional examples that you have found in your search for maps and geospatial information, and other information as well. And remember, be critical of the data. Thanks.